welcome back to my channel. So you guys, that today we actually are doing my 7th day of my fall makeup looks. But of course, if you guys are new to my channel, definitely a thumbs up. And also, guys, make sure you guys also ring that bell so that way you guys can see every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so the first thing I actually did off camera is my primer. So the primer I actually did use, and that is the L'Oreal Spring Skin Brightening Primer. This is the original Ethereal Rose Glow Primer. I am so excited, you guys, that this one is definitely on its way of going through. And I will also give you guys my update on this one for next month. This is absolutely the best, and I can't wait for you guys to see so many other primers. But definitely stay tuned for this for next month in January, you guys. Alright guys, so the second thing I actually did off camera is my foundation. So the foundation I already am working on, and that is the Tarte Shade Tape Mate Foundation. And this is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty, and also the shade Light Medium Neutral. Oh yeah, this one is definitely getting to the very end right now. And guys, stay tuned for this in my MDs, and I am so excited. Alright guys, so another thing I also did off camera is my concealer. Alright guys, so the concealer I already am working on and also going through, and that is the Elle Make It, and it's called Ephemetic I'm Flawless Multi-Use Usually Used Perfecting Concealer, and this is the shade 2.5. I am honestly, you guys, so excited if you guys see this update, and I will always give you guys more updates every month, so definitely keep on that. Alright guys, and then another thing I also did off camera is my powder. Alright guys, so the one I actually am working on, and that is the actual CoverGirl True Blend Materials. It's actually a loose material powder, and this is the shade 405 Light. Alright guys, so let me show you guys the inside real quick. Look at that. So it's definitely in the progress of actually going through this, and I want you guys to know I will always give you guys updates on this powder, and I'm so excited. Actually, this is the first time that I want to include this one in my empty for makeup, and then when this actually gets done, then I will put every last bit of it, the tiny bit I have from my actual car candy one, then I'll be using the e.l.f. one, and I'm so excited that you guys are going to see my next one, and I am so excited. Alright guys, so the very last thing I actually did off camera, and that is my lip combo. Alright guys, so the one I already am working on is my lip gloss. So also guys, I have about 2 uses left, and that is the Bath & Body Works Mirror Mimosa lip gloss. You guys, I am so excited to actually finish this specific lip gloss, and I can't wait for you guys to see my CoverGirl one next, and I'll also give you guys on that update. But this one is so good, and I can't wait to order more of these online, so definitely keep on that. Alright guys, so the last other thing I also did off camera is my lipstick. Alright guys, so the lipstick I already am working on, and that is the CoverGirl, and it's the shade number 40. Look at that, you guys. This is literally how much I'm already working on right now as I speak. But don't worry guys, I actually am just gonna it's just like use it as it is. And now I could just use my stick, and then that way I can like scrape it all out and just like put it on my lips so you guys can see this update. And I am just gonna like continue doing that and until all my lipsticks are done. If I have like a one last lipstick that's like the green lipstick, I can still use it for my makeup look, and I can literally order more of them. So if you guys also are really excited to see more lipsticks, I will definitely include them, so definitely keep an eye on it. Alright guys, so another thing I'm also going to go ahead and also put on, and that is my nose palette. Look at that. So you guys, this whole row is completely cleaned out, and now I'm working on this entire row right here. So the first one I'm gonna go ahead and put on is this color right here. I'm gonna use that for my entire crease. Alright guys, and then the second thing I'm going to go ahead and put on is this color right here, and I'm going to actually use that for my upper crease. Alright guys, so the very last one, but not least, I'm going to use this color right here, and I'm going to use this for my entire glitter crease. Alright guys, and then the next thing I'm also going to go ahead and also put on, and that is my mascara. Alright guys, so the mascara I'm going to go ahead and put on off camera, and that is the Maybelline New York, the Falsiest Left Lip Mascara, and this is shade Black. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually put on my mascara off camera real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so my mascara is on. Alright guys, so another thing I'm also going to go ahead and also put on is my bronzer. Alright guys, so the bronzer I am using, and that is the Too Faced Melt Chocolate Solali Longwear May Bronzer. Alright guys, and then another thing I'm also going to go ahead and also put on is my blush. Alright guys, so the blush I already am using, and that is the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach. Alright guys, so another thing I also am gonna go ahead and put on is my highlighter. And you guys know the highlighter I'm already using, and that is the C from Space IB. It's called a Realistic Highlighter from Space Case Cosmetics. This makeup look looks so good. Alright guys, so the very last thing, but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Do You Boo, and it's the hashtag Get the Lala Beauty Sun Spray. Alright guys, so here is my day 7 of my fall makeup series. But also, if you guys want to know that somehow this sun spray is also not working, but I am just gonna put it back into this one, but I'm just gonna actually just like use it up, but you guys will see these in the empties. But of course, if you guys are new to my channel, definitely hit a thumbs up, and also guys, make sure you guys also ring that bell so that way you guys can see so much more exciting amazing content every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video.